Hi guys, I just want to go over today with you some special cases with graphing. So last class we graphed things that were in slope-intercept form, but if you remember from slope, there was two special cases, those vertical and horizontal lines, and the equations of those lines are also a little bit different. So I just wanted to go over them with you real quick. So we have here vertical lines. So it says here that with a vertical line, it's going to be x equals a. Okay, and this a here is going to be a number wherever your line crosses your x-axis, that's going to be the number that goes in here. All right, so if we look here on our graph, just get a different color. Okay, this line here goes through the x-axis at 1, 2, at 3. So that means that this equation would be x equals 3. Okay, there is no y-intercept here, like we had talked about before. This line never crosses the y-axis, and so it can't be a y equals. And the slope, if you remember, the slope of every single vertical line is undefined. It's not a number, okay, and that's why it's not in that slope-intercept form because my slope is undefined. Coming over here to my horizontal line, you can see here it says that a horizontal line is written in the form where y equals a. Again, where a is basically your y-intercept, wherever your equation crosses the y-axis. So if we think about this, normally we talk about slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. Okay, where m was our slope and b was our y-intercept. But if you remember, horizontal lines have a slope of 0. Okay, so if I put a 0 in there for the m for slope, this entire thing would just be 0, so it goes away. So all I'm worried about is my b or my y-intercept. If I look here, my graph crosses the y-axis at 1. So the equation of this line would just be y equals 1. Okay, so for every single vertical line, it's going to be x equals whatever number it crosses at. And for every single horizontal line, it's going to be y equals whatever number it crosses at. Okay, so let's move on and do a few examples. All right, so first one here, write an equation of the line below. So I'm looking, all right, here's my line. Okay, my line is crossing the x-axis, so I know that it needs to be x equals, and it's crossing the x-axis at -2. So my equation is just x equals -2. Okay, moving on to the next one here. My line is crossing the y-axis, so it needs to be y equals. And since it is crossing at y equals 1, 2, 3, my equation is just y equals 3. All right, so you are going to be completing 3 through 6, okay? And then we are moving on to the next part. So now I'm giving you the equation, and now we need to graph them, okay? So again, this equation here is y equals -5. So we know it's going to be a crossing the y-axis. So I'm going to come down here at -5 on the y-axis. And if we go back up to our notes here, anytime it is y equals, that means it needs to be a horizontal line. So I'm just going to draw a horizontal line going through there. Okay, let's take a look at the next one. X equals -1. All right, so again, this is going to be x equals, so it needs to cross the x-axis. So I'm going to come over here to -1. And if you go back up to the notes that we took in the beginning, anything that's x equals is going to be a vertical line. So I'm going to draw my vertical line there. Okay, notice how I'm still putting arrows on each end. All right, so your job is going to be to finish 9, 10, and then answer also 11 through 14. Okay, so hopefully you guys watched this entire video. These notes are posted for you in Google Classroom, so print them out, please, if you have not done so already. Okay, and your job now, I went through 4 examples. Your job is to finish up this worksheet and please submit by tonight at midnight. Thank you guys. Have a good day. Bye.